Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mushman182 bringing you some more Black Ops 2 gameplay today. On one of my COD Ghost Talk videos a few videos back, there was a comment from Philliam Penn, I believe it was. It had about 6 or 7 likes, saying he doesn't understand why you cannot customise your weapons during a game like Battlefield 3. Personally, I think this is simple, yet it's a brilliant idea. I only played the Battlefield 3 beta for about 30 minutes. I think the map was called Metro. Yeah, but anyway, it took a while for me to get into the action. It didn't have the pace I'm used to with Call of Duty, and I just don't have the attention span and patience for it. I like Call of Duty because it's a simple pick up and play arcade shooter, and you can finish a game relatively quickly. I get the impression that Battlefield are all longer games and you have to be tactical instead of just running around guns blazing, but I didn't really give it a chance. I didn't mess around with the classes and removing attachments and so on. So I apologise if how I think removable attachments could work in Call of Duty is exactly the same as it is in Battlefield. So firstly, Black Ops 2 implemented the Select Fire for the first time into a Call of Duty game. This has been highly requested for a few years now. I don't know how successful overall Select Fire was for everyone, but I get the impression that it was mainly used for these semi-auto guns, SMR, FAL, and for burst guns like the M8 SWAT and the Chicom. I don't think I've ever been killed by or even picked up a fully automatic gun which had Select Fire on. However, if you did use the AN-94 with Select Fire, it can be pretty beastly considering the first 2 shots from the AN have a higher rate of fire than the rest of the bullets. So using Select Fire, you're always firing off 2 quick bullets. So I'm going to try and give an example of how I think removable attachments could have been implemented into Black Ops 2. You still have the pick 10 system and you use points on attachments. So let's say I want to use the MTAR and I put a silencer and let's say holographic sight on the gun. To remove attachments, you could just use the left D-pad as where the Select Fire is, and if you have more than 1 or 2 attachments on your gun, you could simply aim down your sights, and as you do that it could bring up all the attachments on your D-pad, and then you can remove and attach whatever you feel necessary. Removables would not apply for all attachments like say dual mag, extended mag, foregrip, etc., but more towards sights and silencers. I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to a shooting range or not, but on one of my many trips to the USA I've been to a couple of firing ranges. I shot a couple of pistols, I can't remember the names, but I also had a go on the MP5 with a red dot sight and the M4 with a holographic sight. As the instructor was going through the procedures on how to handle the guns, he was also showing the guns with and without a silencer and also removing and adding sights. Obviously some attachments are easier and quicker to remove than others, but removing attachments quicker could be a part of say the fast hands perk in Black Ops 2. It makes the perk compete more with toughness and scavenger, and with modern day or future weapons, removing attachments could be done quicker than it is in real life. I mean, after all, it's a computer game, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. How much do we all complain about the range of the KSG and Remington? Do you know that the range of the shotguns are actually a lot more than they are in video games? But they have to tone down the range because, well, they would just be insanely overpowered. But I think it would be great if you could go deep into the enemy spawn with a unsilenced gun, take a couple of guys out, then slap on your silencer and take a few more out just to confuse the enemy. Or if you're in a gun battle at long distance, you could attach the ACOG scope, but for those longer range kills, and then remove when you're heading into a close quarter battle. So how often do you pick up some gun with some ridiculous attachment, say an NMG dual band with silencer? Wouldn't it be great if you could just pick that up and just remove the dual band and just run around silenced instead? But what do you guys think? Is this how it works in Battlefield? Would you like to see removable attachments in Call of Duty? I feel it just adds an extra element into the game, and a skilled player could use this highly to their advantage. I do feel Call of Duty games are getting a lot more noob friendly as they are released, which is decreasing the skill gap between a skilled player and a poor player. Anyone can use the Remington and do well in this game, but you would not be able to see the same skill consistency in Black Ops 1 with someone using an Olympia. We were all once noobs, so I was terrible at Call of Duty myself, but I stuck with it and improved. So we should not be given the tools to do well, but improve ourselves with overall gun skill and reactions. But that's it, that's the end of the video guys. Have a good day, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.